Am I the only one who thought this guy automatically was creepy even before knowing what he did? Like, I would never trust him or even being in a room alone with him. I just saw Quiet on the Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, about sexual and racial harassment in the workplace at the popular TV studio Nickelodeon. I was able to easily binge watch all 4 episodes, and I was obviously deeply disturbed, but also numb and angry. As someone who did grow up on The Amanda Show and all that, as a kid, I did not notice any of the sexual innuendos. I was extremely innocent and naive at that time. However, as an adult, that glory hole scene with Pickle Boy was very obvious. And I remember Pickle Boy as a kid, and I always thought it was so random and didn't make any sense, but I thought that was just the theme of the show, to be extremely random and out of left field. I'll start off with saying how bad I feel for the kids that were exposed to this harsh environment at such a young age when all they wanted to do was follow their dreams. However, I have very little sympathy for any of the parents. And again, I feel bad for these kids and the fact that they had to deal with stupid, selfish parents. And this is coming from someone who had parents who didn't protect me. However, I don't know what it's like to be a working actor or even a child actor or to have kids in the industry, so maybe it's psychologically different to deal with. So maybe I'm being too harsh, but it does seem to be a pattern where kids and adults put their careers before their safety. It makes sense that a child doesn't speak up because children don't have the mental capacity to do so and often seek the approval of adults, which is why good parents are important. And these parents are awful, and not in a sense where they willingly sold their kids out, but they purposely didn't rock the boat too much or not at all, so as not to ruin their kid's career. Or they were selfish and didn't want people to think of them in a certain way, so they brushed it under the rug. And they tried to make excuses for their lack of action. Like, it's one thing if it's something that happens to you personally and you don't want to go forward with anything, but it's another when it's your own child and they make it known to you that they did not like what just happened to them. And in a way, and I know this is probably going to sound really selfish on my part, but it's a relief to find all of this out because for the longest time I thought I was the only kid out there that had the shittiest parents to begin with, and I thought I was cursed, but no, it seems to be normal to have bad parents. It was disappointing that we didn't hear from Lori Beth. It would have been riveting to know what it was like for a plus size actress. And it was very ironic for Dan to talk about how there could only be one fat kid on the set when he himself is morbidly obese and disgusting to look at. The audacity of ugly men will never surprise me. I give this a 9 out of 10 and I do recommend.